HESI A2 Basic Chemistry Questions. Question 1. A review item describes a chemical concept that may contain atoms of the same or different elements. Which option identifies it? Option A, molecule. Option B, electrolyte. Option C, water. Option D, base. The correct answer is option A, molecule. For building compounds used by cells, this chemical concept forms when two or more atoms join through chemical bonds. It can also be recognized because it may contain atoms of the same or different elements. The remaining choices have different primary functions or locations. Question 2. Which option identifies the chemical concept that limits rapid changes in pH? Option A, cation. Option B, buffer. Option C, lipid. Option D, anion. The correct answer is option B, buffer. This chemical concept limits rapid changes in pH. It can bind or release hydrogen ions as conditions change. These linked features explain the role in protecting enzymes in cells from sudden acidity shifts. Question 3. A learner connects the clues, dissociates into charged particles in water and helps regulate fluid distribution, excitability, and acid-base balance. Which option best matches both clues? Option A, protein. Option B, enzyme. Option C, electrolyte. Option D, water. The correct answer is option C, electrolyte. The function described is that this chemical concept dissociates into charged particles in water. A second identifying feature is that it helps regulate fluid distribution, excitability, and acid-base balance. Together, the two clues explain the role in maintaining internal chemical stability.
Stressed about your NA-CCMA? We can take NA-CCMA for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 4. Which option identifies the chemical concept with this feature? It lowers pH when its concentration increases? Option A, acid. Option B, electrolyte. Option C, lipid. Option D, protein. The correct answer is option A, acid. This chemical concept participates in interpreting changes in body-fluid chemistry. It releases hydrogen ions in solution, and it lowers pH when its concentration increases. Those details distinguish the tested concept from related choices. Question 5. A student is reviewing a concept involved in supporting transport and metabolism. Which option identifies the chemical concept with this function, acts as the main solvent in body fluids? Option A, nucleic acid. Option B, water. Option C, ADP. Option D, protein. The correct answer is option B, water. The role tested here involves supporting transport and metabolism. This chemical concept acts as the main solvent in body fluids. It can also be identified because it participates in chemical reactions and temperature control. Question 6. Which option identifies the chemical concept with this feature? It contains protons, neutrons, and electrons. Option A, cation. Option B, electrolyte. Option C, lipid. Option D, atom. The correct answer is option D, atom. This chemical concept participates in building the chemical components of the body. It serves as the smallest unit of an element that retains its properties, and it contains protons, neutrons, and electrons. Those details distinguish the tested concept from related choices. Question 7. Which option identifies the chemical concept that accepts hydrogen ions or releases hydroxide ions? Option A, buffer. Option B, base. Option C, protein. Option D, a molecule. The correct answer is option B, base. This chemical concept accepts hydrogen ions or releases hydroxide ions. It raises pH when its concentration increases. These linked features explain the role in interpreting changes in body-fluid chemistry. Question 8. Which option identifies the chemical concept whose key function is, serves as a major quick source of cellular energy? Option A, molecule. Option B, electrolyte. Option C, carbohydrate. Option D, lipid. The correct answer is option C, carbohydrate. This chemical concept serves as a major quick source of cellular energy. It includes sugars and stored glycogen. These linked features explain the role in supplying fuel for metabolism.
Are you looking for NACCMA actual questions? Visit our website pokerexams.com to access NACCMA study guide with actual questions and answers. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get NACCMA answer key today.
Question 9. A review item describes a chemical concept that stores energy in phosphate bonds that can be rapidly transferred. Which option identifies it? Option A, cation. Option B, protein. Option C, enzyme. Option D, ATP. The correct answer is option D, ADP. For powering active transport and muscle contraction, this chemical concept provides immediately usable energy for cellular work. It can also be recognized because it stores energy in phosphate bonds that can be rapidly transferred. The remaining choices have different primary functions or locations. Question 10. Which option identifies the chemical concept whose key function is, carries a net positive electrical charge? Option A, atom. Option B, cation. Option C, carbohydrate. Option D, electrolyte. The correct answer is option B, cation. This chemical concept carries a net positive electrical charge. It forms when an atom loses one or more electrons. These linked features explain the role in classifying sodium, potassium, and calcium. Question 11. A student is reviewing a concept involved in supporting nerve and muscle function. Which option identifies the chemical concept with this function, carries an electrical charge after gaining or losing electrons? Option A, nucleic acid. Option B, buffer. Option C, acid. Option D, ion. The correct answer is option D, ion. The role tested here involves supporting nerve and muscle function described concept. This chemical concept carries an electrical charge after gaining or losing electrons. It can also be identified because it influences membrane potentials and fluid balance. Question 12. Which option identifies the chemical concept associated with building body reserves and barriers? In both clues, it stores concentrated energy and forms much of the cell membrane, and it also supports insulation and steroid synthesis. Option A, nucleic acid. Option B, carbohydrate. Option C, lipid. Option D, water. The correct answer is option C, lipid. The function described is that this chemical concept stores concentrated energy and forms much of the cell membrane. A second identifying feature is that it also supports insulation and steroid synthesis. Together, the two clues explain the role in building body reserves and barriers. Question 13. Which option identifies the chemical concept associated with directing heredity and protein production? In both clues, it stores or transmits genetic information, and it is built from nucleotide subunits. Option A, ion. Option B, enzyme. Option C, anion. Option D, nucleic acid. The correct answer is option D, nucleic acid. The function described is that this chemical concept stores or transmits genetic information. A second identifying feature is that it is built from nucleotide subunits. Together, the two clues explain the role in directing heredity and protein production. Question 14. Which option identifies the chemical concept most important for classifying chloride and bicarbonate because it carries a net negative electrical charge? Option A, lipid. Option B, buffer. Option C, anion. Option D, enzyme. The correct answer is option C, anion. A key clue is that this chemical concept forms when an atom gains one or more electrons. It also carries a net negative electrical charge. That combination is central to classifying chloride and bicarbonate. Question 15. Which option identifies the chemical concept that forms structural components and many functional molecules? Option A, atom. Option B, nucleic acid. Option C, base. Option D, protein. The correct answer is option D, protein. This chemical concept forms structural components and many functional molecules. It is assembled from amino acids. These linked features explain the role in building enzymes, receptors, antibodies, and contractile fibers. Question 16. Which option identifies the chemical concept associated with controlling metabolism at body temperature? In both clues, it accelerates a chemical reaction without being consumed, and it lowers activation energy and usually acts on specific substrates. Option A, enzyme. Option B, carbohydrate. Option C, a molecule. Option D, a water. The correct answer is option A, enzyme. The function described is that this chemical concept accelerates a chemical reaction without being consumed. A second identifying feature is that it lowers activation energy and usually acts on specific substrates. Together, the two clues explain the role in controlling metabolism at body temperature. Question 17. A review item describes a chemical concept that lowers pH when its concentration increases. Which option identifies it? Option A, electrolyte. Option B, acid. Option C, lipid. Option D, protein. The correct answer is option B, acid. For interpreting changes in body-fluid chemistry, this chemical concept releases hydrogen ions in solution. It can also be recognized because it lowers pH when its concentration increases. The remaining choices have different primary functions or locations. Question 18. Impairment of which chemical concept would most directly prevent the following function, serves as a major quick source of cellular energy? Option A, molecule. Option B, electrolyte. Option C, carbohydrate. Option D, lipid. The correct answer is option C, carbohydrate. A key clue is that this chemical concept includes sugars and stored glycogen. It also serves as a major quick source of cellular energy. That combination is central to supplying fuel for metabolism.
Stressed about your HESI? We can take HESI for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 19. Impairment of which chemical concept would most directly prevent the following function, accepts hydrogen ions or releases hydroxide ions? Option A, base. Option B, buffer. Option C, protein. Option D, a molecule. The correct answer is option A, base. A key clue is that this chemical concept raises pH when its concentration increases. It also accepts hydrogen ions or releases hydroxide ions. That combination is central to interpreting changes in body-fluid chemistry. Question 20. Which option identifies the chemical concept associated with classifying sodium, potassium, and calcium in both clues? It carries a net positive electrical charge, and it forms when an atom loses one or more electrons. Option A, cation. Option B, atom. Option C, carbohydrate. Option D, electrolyte. The correct answer is option A, cation. The function described is that this chemical concept carries a net positive electrical charge. A second identifying feature is that it forms when an atom loses one or more electrons. Together, the two clues explain the role in classifying sodium, potassium, and calcium. Question 21. Which option identifies the chemical concept with this feature? It influences membrane potentials and fluid balance. Option A, nucleic acid. Option B, ion. Option C, buffer. Option D, acid. The correct answer is option B, ion. This chemical concept participates in supporting nerve and muscle function described concept. It carries an electrical charge after gaining or losing electrons, and it influences membrane potentials and fluid balance. Those details distinguish the tested concept from related choices. Question 22. Impairment of which chemical concept would most directly prevent the following function, forms when two or more atoms join through chemical bonds? Option A, electrolyte. Option B, water. Option C, base. Option D, a molecule. The correct answer is option D, molecule. A key clue is that this chemical concept may contain atoms of the same or different elements. It also forms when two or more atoms join through chemical bonds. That combination is central to building compounds used by cells. Question 23. Which option identifies the chemical concept associated with building compounds used by cells in both clues? It forms when two or more atoms join through chemical bonds, and it may contain atoms of the same or different elements. Option A, molecule. Option B, electrolyte. Option C, water. Option D, base. The correct answer is option A, molecule. The function described is that this chemical concept forms when two or more atoms join through chemical bonds. A second identifying feature is that it may contain atoms of the same or different elements. Together, the two clues explain the role in building compounds used by cells. Question 24. Which option identifies the chemical concept best matching this description? It lowers pH when its concentration increases, and it releases hydrogen ions in solution. Option A, electrolyte. Option B, lipid. Option C, acid. Option D, protein. The correct answer is option C, acid. For interpreting changes in body minus fluid chemistry, this chemical concept releases hydrogen ions in solution. It can also be recognized because it lowers pH when its concentration increases. The remaining choices have different primary functions or locations. Question 25. A learner connects the clues limits rapid changes in pH and can bind or release hydrogen ions as conditions change. Which option best matches both clues? Option A, buffer. Option B, cation. Option C, lipid. Option D, anion. The correct answer is option A, buffer. The function described is that this chemical concept limits rapid changes in pH. A second identifying feature is that it can bind or release hydrogen ions as conditions change. Together, the two clues explain the role in protecting enzymes in cells from sudden acidity shifts.